Hey saber freaks, another saber that I've just finished up. This is a KR Luke V2. This saber is heavy, to say the least, partly due to the fact it's got a crystal reveal chamber that came with as part of the kit, and basically things that this one's got. It's got a crystal focus version 9. It's got a 28mm bass speaker fitted to it. It also has colour extender fitted to it. Battery wise, it's got an 18650 single, so I've done the 3.7 volt hack to the board because of the crystal chamber. I couldn't fit the 7.4 volt battery that I would have normally have used. And it's also got the high amp battery that I usually use for NeoPixels, just to make sure it's got enough juice going to the crystal focus, basically running at 3.7 volts. And yeah, it was a bit of a mission to build this one, actually, to be fair. First of all, it had, when I put the RGB tricree in, it had a dodgy LED on it. It was all fitted up working, and then the blue just stopped working on it. It wasn't anything that I did wiring wise, it was just a duff LED, I presume. I've had a few of them over the years where they've just not worked, and yeah, so I had to disassemble most of it just so I could remove the LED to put a new one in, because it's a bit of a mission trying to get a soldering iron down inside there without pulling it all to pieces. In terms of board, or in terms of how it works, you've got your speaker pod, which is a design that I was using a few years ago now, and everyone seems to be picking up on the idea that it's a good thing to do now, so everyone seems to be doing speaker pods. The other thing I did was I put some brass rod, or brass tubes rather, into the holes that are actually on the speaker pod, and there's actual holes there on the chassis. Now, I know when I watched Cal's video, Cal didn't have any mounting points for his. He just had the pins for the PCB. It's got a slide switch there to turn the to kill the power completely from the saber. 1.3mm recharge socket directly below it, and the SD card access is just right there. You probably can't see it because of the shadow, but there will be more to this video. So yeah, basically turn it on. You won't hear it obviously because the speaker's not in. Insert speaker. Put your pommel on. And set it up to crystal pulse. Now, the one thing that you may not notice, or a lot of people won't notice, is there's actually a grub screw, and people are going to go, but that's not accurate. There's a reason that Cal put that grub screw there, and that is for display purposes. So that grub screw, if you tighten it down gently, stops it from springing back, because the wires that will be in here will try to pull it back towards the board. So we can have it on display and show your crystal chamber off and not worry about it sliding back. But the other thing I set up is obviously it's pulsing, and I've set these so that it pulses at different rates per sound font. So to slide it back, this is also the instructions for the customer. Loosen the grub screw off so that you can slide this easily. Now, this grub screw, you'll want to keep it lined up with the top where the control box is. That way you're not twisting the wires up too much, because obviously it's going to slide in the grips there. But don't twist this way, don't twist it all round this way, because all you're going to do is tear the wires to pieces in there. They're not designed to be twisted in all directions. They're designed to be pushed in, turned, and it's locked. That way the wires aren't going to get damaged. So obviously the other thing I did was I polished the emitter face and I polished the blade plug, because they didn't match. So they're now polished. There was a few light scratches, like I don't know if they were machine scratching or packaging scratches, but there was like a couple of little light ones and they were bugging me. So what I've done is I've given it a full polish, and obviously the blade plug, I had to polish that to match it as well. So I'll pop out the blade plug, and this one's got a if I have the right Allen key, that is. As I said before, this one has a Tricree RGB LED fitted in this one. So there's the blade plug out. I'll put the blade in. Take the blade out of this saber, which I've just done the video for. Sorry about this, I should have been more prepared. As with all these, same thing goes with this saber. If you need to twist it to put it in your blade because it's a tight fit, always clockwise. Same thing when you're removing your blade, and this for the customer as well. Always turn it clockwise. Clockwise, putting your blade in and taking it out. That way you don't loosen the heatsink and cause it to fall out or do any damage to the wiring on the main LED. And this saber, I adjusted the settings on the swing motion so that it's more sensitive. And obviously this one has colour changing. I changed a few of the fonts.
Sound bank selection.
Hero.
That one's Hero, obviously.
Audio player.
Nightfall.
Standard font.
Skywalker. ROTJ. Skywalker. ROTJ.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Obviously the other thing I did is I set up the crystal chamber, so obviously you know that it pulses, but it's also set to mimic the blade when it's activated. So it matches flicker for flicker.
Sound bank selection.
Skywalker. ROTJ. Nebula. Nebula.
selection.
Nebula.
And this one's a calibrate font.
Sound bank selection.
Didn't want to do that.
Sound bank selection.
Off. Revolt. Chapter mark.
The Old Republic, Cruz, the Old Republic, malign.
Gina. Sword of Jedi. Gina. Sword of Jedi.
Sound bank selection.
Gina.
Hero. Hero.
So obviously the other thing that makes easy with the control pad, because the tactile's there and there, if you press in the centre, you can colour change, so you don't have to try and push both buttons like that at the same time. Just press dead in the centre and it activates both of them at the same time. Oh yeah, it should be stated that that's a stoic, was it a stoic? Oh no, sorry, no, it's a Goth 3D switch holder and a Goth 3D chassis that's fitted in this. So yeah, check out Ryo's page, Goth 3 Designs on Shapeways, if you want the chassis system that's used in this. And thanks for watching, guys. Bomb out.